now I would like to introduce Jackie Lappin. She's founder of Conscious Companies, producing top PR campaigns, radio media tours, speaking engagements to support the growth and revenue of change makers, and she does amazing things for authors, including her new venture, which is Speakertunity. So, Jackie?
This goes. Do I hit? Well, I first want to just say thank you to Viki, who has been a wonderful, wonderful friend. I'm blessed by the quality of her friendship and integrity. And I think we have been wonderful workmates and playmates for many years. And she has always been a wonderful supporter of the work that we do because we work for you. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story and how I came to become committed to transformational leaders like yourself. My story begins when I am 4. There we go. We're almost close there. When I'm 4, and my father is struck by colon cancer. And very scary, terrifying time. And because of that experience, fortunately, he survived, but he was wiped out financially. So my parents decided to start out all over again and move us to a new community, an area which was really a very ultra-conservative and very conformative. And, well, you know, we just didn't fit in. You know, I was different. My family was very liberal. You know, we were culturally different. We were Jewish. I was a little overweight. And I was very, very studious, where kids were really into partying. So anybody here ever felt like an outlier before? Okay. Well, then you know what I experienced. And I actually spent my entire childhood alone. All years up until I was 15 years old. So I wanted something that was my very own. I had a dream. I pulled the two things that I love together, writing and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And out of that, I came to my parents and said, Mom, Dad, I'm going to be a sports writer. Well, trust me, in that day and age, there were no girl sports writers. And I was very fortunate. My parents were very supportive, but what do you think my peer group said? Are you crazy? And so I pursued my dream in the face of people who said I could not and I would not. And I am here to tell you that through my work studying the LA Times every day and reading, I was at the Detroit Free Press at 20. I was at the Associated Press and on the front pages of the Los Angeles Times at 21. And I was in the Washington Post at 22. Thank you. And there were lots of fun stories that go along with that, making national television. Mom, Dad, watch me on TV. And a variety of other things. But through the course of that, sports became my passion, and I went on to have a PR agency that was one of the largest sports special events PR agencies in the country, and I got to play in a lot of big sandboxes. I did the 75th anniversary of the National Hockey League, launched the first 4 LA marathons, launched the Golf Channel, was the PR agency of cable television, did all of Toyota Motorsports, and finally, I launched the worldwide poker phenomenon. But my heart was really with transformational people. I wrote 2 books in personal growth that were both bestsellers, and I started to build radio lists for my own books and realized other people can use these too. So I then turned that into providing radio media tours for personal growth authors. We actually have a database of 3,000 personal growth radio shows and 1,500 mind, body, spirit, print, and online media. Now, you heard Rick talk about how important radio is. Well, we have shows that are really directed at a certain crowd and community, which is the people who really want to grow. And so once I did that, many people came to me and said, you know, can you book me for speaking engagements? And I kept saying, well, no, I don't do that. And finally, I knocked myself on the head and said, okay, the universe is asking you to do something, go do it. So we did it for a year, but we realized that it would be better served by giving people like you information so you could do it yourself. And so that's how we came up with something called Speakertunity. And it's the twice-a-month transformational speaker leads tip sheet. There it is. And what this does is it gives you direct contacts, phone numbers, emails, submission links for people all over North America that are looking to have people like you on their stages. We have combined venues, events, and associations and organizations that are looking for this. We're providing all of the details that you're going to need. All you do is email. And here are some of the categories that we create, that we've made available to you. Spiritual living centers, Unity and Centers for Spiritual Living. Retreat and resort centers. Bookstores. Local chapters of everything from women's groups to chambers of commerce to holistic chambers of commerce to the Rotaries to all kinds of near-death experience groups, anything that meets regularly. Then we also have events, conferences, conventions, lifestyles events, aging, women's, recovery, mind, body, spirit, you name it. And we also have multi-speaker events where people invite other people on their stages and people do stage swaps. Say, I'm interested in being on your stage if you'll be on mine. Then we have associations like the National Association of Holistic Nurses or Autism or any of those. And then we feature various organizations and we say, here's what it does, go here to find your local chapter. And that could be all kinds of other kinds of things. We have fraternal organizations, we have I think we've pretty much covered most of them, but we also have a private Facebook page where I'm putting in all the coolest, newest stuff so that you can get the current information. And then we have opportunities. This is a co-op, so not only am I putting new information in there, your fellow Speakertunity subscribers are doing it as well. And so here's what's really cool about this. All of this information you can have for a whopping $25 a month. Yeah, see, I saw your mouth just open. That's exactly right. We want to make it affordable for you so that you can get on stages all over the place. We're excited about this. People are calling it breakthrough. We've got people telling us that they booked 3 things in 3 months. It's worth every penny. Other people are saying they got on the Facebook page and got something right away. People are saying that it's life-changing for them because it's taking all of the work out of it. So that's what I want to tell you. And if you're interested in signing up today, we have a form up there, but I'm leaving at 4 o'clock, so I'd love you to fill it out. I invite you to do that. But I'll also give you something else, a speaker checklist, transformational speaker checklist, if you sign up today, because it's really going to be helpful to you. Now, I'm going to give you just a few tips that are going to be helpful to you when you're booking yourself on these engagements. The first thing is your one sheet. That thing that you submit to people has to be benefit driven. It's not about you. It's all about how is it going to change the audience. You need to tell the booker what difference you're going to make in the lives of the people that are listening to you. The second thing I'm going to tell you is, you heard Rick talk about websites. It has to be a current horizontal-based website with lots of pictures, little words. If it's an old website, the first thing the booker is going to do is nix you off the list. Same thing about photographs. If you walk in the door looking 10 years older than the photographs you're using on your website and your one sheet, you have caused a disconnect with the integrity, the authenticity that you're going to be wanting to create in that room. The next thing is you need to come in with a game plan of how you're going to engage the people to get on your mailing list. And I'm going to tell you about 2 things that are coming up next in our services. And if you want these, even if you're not signing up for Speakertunity today, you should give me your card. And that is the Speakertunity Summits, which are going to be the summits that you can offer yourself to, telesummits, and also Speakertunity Radio. So we're going to also provide that kind of information later on too. So make sure that you give me your card. So something like that, where you get people in the room to opt into something. The next thing is, if you're going to sell at the back of the room, you need to have this new technology that's very simple. You may have gone and purchased things where people have the square. And so that's a really easy, wonderful way that you can take purchases at the back of the room. And here's the real key. Either have somebody come along with you or ask the venue to actually handle those transactions, because everybody's going to want to talk to you and you're not going to have the time to do that. But by having it already set up on your phone with your little square or in your tablet, you can hand it off to somebody else. And I saw many of you say that you really didn't yet have the confidence. That's another thing you need to have. You have to walk on stage, even if you don't have the confidence, acting as if, because they want to trust you. They want to follow you as a leader. So walk on that stage with confidence and joy. Those are just some of the things, and I welcome you to, I'm more than happy to chat a little bit more with you, but I would love you to come join us at Speakertunity. We're here to serve you, and if you're also interested in radio media tours, come talk to me about them, because we have them so that you can get out and deliver your message in a wider way. That is our mission, which is to help you speak to a wider audience, change more lives, sell more books, and build your business. And I thank you for your time, and I appreciate it, and I'm here to answer questions till about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, we have some more books to give away. Sorry about that. We have some more books to give away. And their first one is Jackie appeared with a number of really well-known people in Ready, Aim, Inspire. And that will be for that book. Debbie Dassinger, though our book is not done, she's the Dare to Dream girl, and that's her brand, and this was her first bestseller. So. Okay, and we have another Ready, Aim, Excel book with Kathy Greenberg and Ken Blanchard, Marshall Goldsmith. Okay, so there you go. Okay. And Jackie, this is for you. Thank you so very much. Okay. Oh.